Okay, as we move into the next milestone, I'm not a big fan of the text or this background right now. I think we can do better. We can find something that's a little more unique that can add to that, but we don't worry about that to the next milestone. Okay, I will not be grading on this. I would just remove it for right now, so that way it's not distracting from the character until the next week. But I'm not quite a big fan yet of that. Now, what my suggestion is, if you want to do something unique, go out there. I searched snake type Photoshop. Maybe you create, your text of garden glitter grace out of a snake look or something like that. What you want to do is kind of make it so it embodies that overall design. So there's a variety of different things out there that you can do. It could be as simply as texture, adding a texture to the image or text itself, and that's easy to do. Um, there's a lot of tutorials. There's layer styles that you could work with that you can go in and apply. That might be add something, that could work with that. Okay. Now you mentioned you like it how it's small. I really think it should be a little bit larger. So because you want them to be able to see the face, you want them to be able to see the character really well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on the first layer. I'm going to hold down the shift key and click on this last layer. It's going to select everything in between. I'm going to do a control T if you're on the Mac, command key T. That opens up the free transform. I'm just going to resize this. Then I'm going to press my enter key to accept. Now, with that said, I like to go in. I'm going to create a new layer down at the bottom. I'm just going to fill it with blue. I like to do that. The reason why I like to do that is that it allows me to see the edges and see how good and clean the edges are. Okay, and overall it looks really nice. I might have to move this arm down a little bit over here. And this really came out well. The only thing I'm not a big fan of is like with the cat, especially this just looks like it's been cut out. So usually, you have fur. Since you have fur there, you kind of want the strands to kind of blend in with the background. So you might want to experiment with the select mask command on the cat head. And what you might want to do is you might want to paint around. Now see here, what it's doing is it's trying to bring out some of the whiskers. Okay, so it's outside of the cat. Now what you have to watch out for is you got to use the tools over here to get what you want. But see, that's too much, but here, look how the cat, so those whiskers come out. That's what we're looking for. What I did here is not the best. Oops, don't need that. Let's reselect. And this is where you have to experiment. And typically using a smaller brush will help. Okay, so when I do the smaller brush, I'm able to get that area as much as possible. You can always subtract by using the minus sign up there. You can always use Smart Radius 2 edge detection, but typically that's not going to get you the fur area. But again, let's see here. That's a little bit better because, of course you're seeing the blue background, but you're going to see some transparency. So when you put it part of the background, you're going to see that. So it might be something to think about. I definitely would think the whiskers, because the whiskers look like they're cut off. I want those whiskers to come out of the side of the cat. So if we can get that as much as possible, I think that would definitely help out that head area.